Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video on the channel! Today we are going to do a good and bad video. As you can tell from my shouting and probably from the title of the video, today we are doing Asta from Black Clover! Ah! Okay, finally, I'm doing a video on Black Clover. It's about f***ing time. If you've watched my previous videos, then you know I've hinted a few times that Black Clover is my favorite anime. I'm actually pretty shocked that I haven't dedicated a full video about it until now, honestly. What the f*** is wrong with me? Anyway, we're doing a good or bad video. The series where I take controversial characters and decide once and for all whether they are good characters or not. Get used to this series, bitches, because it ain't going away anytime soon. I plan on making as many of these as I can. I'm milking this cow dry until the very end. And if you haven't been listening for the last minute, or decided to skip the intro, don't worry, I don't blame you. We are doing the loudmouth, never give up guru himself, Asta. Now keep in mind that I am aware that Black Clover's manga is still ongoing. However, I refuse to read it, okay? Manga is just not for me, and I want to experience it in anime form when it eventually comes back. Cause it's gonna come back, right? Studio Puro, you got my back on this one, right? You wouldn't let the Black Clover anime die out on me forever, right? I mean, you brought Bleach back from the dead, you could do the same thing here. Please, Puro, I'll sell my asshole to you if you want. You can do whatever you want with it. Just bring Black Clover back. Oh, right, I'm talking about Asta. Spoiler warning for Black Clover, by the way. Go watch that shit. If you don't, I'll come to your house at 3 a.m. and lick your ear. All right, I think it's only appropriate that I start off with the most controversial thing about this man. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. I honestly don't know what happened here or how this got the green light to air. It's actually miserable. Like, I don't want to disrespect the voice actor here, right? I'm sure it's not his fault, but fuck me, they made Asta insufferable in the first few episodes with that scream. Every time he even thought about opening his mouth, it felt like Denji was revving it up in my head. Dude sounds like a siren going off at 100 times speed. Considering that I love Black Clover so much, this is something that honestly just hurts. A lot of first-time watchers of the show usually drop it because of this reason, and it's so sad to see. Luckily, there is a very easy solution to this problem.
You and me, right here, right now!
Ah, there you go. All I'm saying is, thank the man above us that I just so happened to watch this anime dubbed in my first run through, where this incessant yelling is just not an issue. I honestly think it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Up there with probably the second best decision I've ever made, and that's the fact that I continued watching this show. This loud and obnoxious little douchebag might have had us in the first half, but this man took everything anyone ever thought of him and used it as motivation fuel. Holy God, was this the biggest turnaround to any character I've ever seen. There were a lot of moments in the show that really helped me grow into Asta's character, and I want to go over those moments with you right now. Hello, sir. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, the devil? Wait, what?
Hello there.
Oh, shit. Let's start with this demon-looking thing that hatches out of him. This shit looks fire! Okay, say what you want about the animation of this fight scene, right? Oh, they look like they animated this on MS Paint! And you're probably right, okay? But there is no denying that this fight had some of the coldest shots in anime history. Like, look at these! My boy Asta looking like a fucking menace! Jesus Christ! And my boy deserves it as well, man. Before all of this happened, Asta had it so rough. Like, think about it for a second. This guy in episode 1 was alone, by himself, isolated in his own dream of becoming the Wizard King. So much so that his own childhood best friend wasn't seeing him as a rival at first. That is, until Asta showed what he could do to his face. He was never given anything, and no one did anything for him unless he could prove that he fully deserved it to their faces. He was forced to build his path by himself without anyone to help him out at first. It was a rocky road ahead, but then everything changed when he met the most beautiful man in existence. Holy Lord, someone get me some water. It's fucking hot in here. From there on, he finally gets the help that he always needed, and you can literally see the exponential growth he experiences oozing out of his ass in every single fight that he encounters. Now that he has people that he can count on, he no longer needs to depend on just himself. Everything looked like it was going so smoothly, but on that day, he received a grim reminder that he wasn't invincible. Oh, yeah, I can get hurt. Well, it looks like Asta can't use his arms anymore. Well, that was short-lived. Sorry, but L character. Like, subscribe, and peace out, bitches.
You haven't won! We haven't given up and we're not going to!
Oh God, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but in all seriousness, this episode is easily the best episode when it comes down to Asta's character. It was really heartbreaking seeing pretty much the most important thing that got him that far getting stripped away from him. Anyone would have been devastated in his shoes, but what does this guy do? Instead of hiding away, crying, instead of giving in and feeling sorry for himself, he does what he knows how to do best. Scream.
I'm gonna give up!
He screams to the top of his lungs, to himself, to the air, and most importantly, to fate itself. He roars into the heavens, claiming that he won't give up and they will find a way to progress without his arms. He's pretty much been disabled his entire life and still managed to make a name for himself. He wasn't gonna let another disability get in his way, so he screams, letting all of us know that he doesn't scream without a good reason. He needs to be able to hear himself, be confident, and he needs to hear himself say that he can do it. There's a video that Giguk made that I saw a while ago that explains this moment in depth, so go check out that video when you can. But the episode doesn't end there. Asta fails to keep this conversation to himself private and is overheard by his squad, who in response go out of their way to find a way to heal his arms. And when he finds out what they've been doing, he finally fully realizes that he is no longer alone. He no longer has to depend on himself alone to move forward. That he is finally able to move on from a life of being isolated to a life where the people and friends around him believe in everything he does and are confident in what he can accomplish. And from that thought, Asta can't help but get emotional. But Asta isn't someone that just does things for himself. In my last point, I mentioned the fact that his squad mates go out of their way to try and find a cure for him. But let's stop and consider why they're doing this. Because let's be frank, Asta ain't the brightest guy in the country. He ain't putting on a lab coat in his room and cooking up some anti-magic splash potions or something like that. And as we know, he ain't gonna be a good cut for a stealth mission. So what's up? Well, it's very simple. He's just a super influential guy. Anyone who comes into contact with him is influenced by him in some way. Royals who come into contact with him have their morals modified. Villains that fight against him end up seeing the light under all that darkness. And friends that ally themselves with him can't help but want to support him in any way, simply because he's just a genuinely good person. He has an aura that just brings people that much closer to each other. Hell, if I may, I bet this aura affected you as well. I bet that when you watched this scene, you felt a bit of an emotional episode inside you. Come on, you can say it. You don't have to be shy with me. You pussy. Because of this attitude, he is able to surpass many obstacles he has in his way. It's the reason why Asta never has to encounter something by himself. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Asta doesn't solo any of the main villains. Without the Black Bulls, without the friends he has made in his journey, he never would have defeated any of these guys. And it's something that he himself reiterates time and time again. Many times in anime, we see that cliche of the power of friendship, where the main character gets a random power boost from his ass because he thinks about his friends, right? But in this case, it's the power of friendship trope done incredibly right. And with this, I think I can conclude this question. Is Asta a good character? Bro, did you watch the video? Yes, he is an amazing character and one of my favorite characters of all time. I seriously enjoyed every moment he was on screen. Even when he was super loud, I just couldn't help but, connect with him. The synergy he had with his companions was just something that I've never seen before, and I honestly just really appreciate it. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe with those bells jingling, and tell me what you feel about this loud man down below. But for me, Asta starts off as being an obnoxious little douchebag, not knowing when to shut up, seemingly in the way of any situation that's happening around him, only to become, in my honest opinion, one of the most respectable main characters in shonen. Thank you for existing, Asta. Okay, hold on. Before I end this video, I just want to say this. What the f is this? Where the hell did this come from? Why are you guys actually watching my videos? What is wrong with you guys? Okay, I'm joking. Look, okay, seriously though. This was something that I genuinely wasn't expecting. I want to say thank you to all the people that have watched that video and all the people that interacted with me in the comments and the people that liked the video and subscribed to me as well. And all the people that are giving me a chance. You guys are really motivating me to keep going with this channel and I really appreciate it. Anyway, peace out, assholes.